Look like you need some fish from around with me. Yeah. She heard me say, "What's the fish coming from me?"
All factors. All right, so I'll let y'all listen to all this noise and racket, but it's back. And I finally got y'all back. So, all right, I opened it up today. I opened it up today because I want everybody in this entrepreneur empowerment challenge to know exactly where we at with it. And so for every successor, I got a trade line up to 100K for you for every successor. Right. So as y'all come on in, I'm gonna get y'all to check one thing out. I'm gonna get y'all to check one thing out because every business need. It's one thing I know that every business needs. It's just one thing I know personally that every business need, and that's marketing. Every business need marketing. And if you're struggling with your marketing, you're probably struggling with your prices. You probably accepting prices that's actually got you living paycheck to paycheck. I understand because I invested in myself to take myself through the journey to understand what it takes to actually invest in a system that turns the key for your company to make that 10, 20, 50K per month. So you won't just be paying employees and you won't just be paying for your marketing and your systems. You have money to take care, the vacation, live the life you want to live, go to place you want to go, buy the things you want to buy, do things you want to do. So if you stick around to the very end, I got a special discount for everybody who joined the Entrepreneur Empowerment Challenge. And we're gonna take it all the way to the next level. Like I said, I got up to 100K in trade lines for you guys to have and access. I hope y'all guys learn exactly how to read y'all credit report because that's gonna be key in this process. In this process, if you ask me, if you're asking me, I mean, some people out there already know what to do with these trade lines, and that's cool. If you already know that, you read your credit report, it don't have no negative items on there, things of that nature, you know how to read it. By any means necessary, get your trade line, boost your stuff where you need to get it, and then go forward doing that. But for the ones who don't know, man, you need to definitely get a copy of your consumer report, find out what's being reported on your name. If it's any negative information on your name, the utilization is high. You want to remove the negative information off of your character, and you want to get that utilization down to under 15, 12%, under 12%, so you can start getting access to the funding you need to grow and scale any business. All right, let's go. Now, where's the personal guarantee? A lot of y'all hear me talk about personal guarantees. Personal guarantees is when you say that, hey, man, listen, I'm gonna personally guarantee that this company is gonna make over 300K this year because I'm personally stepping my foot in it. I have full faith and credit that it'll do exactly what it needs to do to bring in income I need for it to bring in. And so, the city can be better. It can have a better exit, a better tools in the city, better locations, better solution sources, better sources, whatever you want to call it, that thing that you created to engage in the community, in your community, or just pull together a community. Let's talk about it, man. I joined mentorships to learn the things that I need to learn. And I knew that, hey man, what is it that I'm trying to learn here? And I understand, like, a lot of people got disclaimers. And listen, man, the key thing in online buying marketing courses online, you want to know what is this information worth and how can I use this information that's beneficial for me? You don't want to be out there. I mean, and then you want to actually engage in yourself. You want to engage in yourself to help yourself along the journey. You want to be motivated. You want to follow the steps, and you want to fix any error that's holding you back. A lot of times we don't understand the full process and how this thing works. But let me tell y'all something. By mistake, you can make 100K. If you just if you just didn't care about no bread and you throw bread at this system and you put a system together, it's gonna work for you. I'm telling y'all what's gonna work for you. So I want to talk about right now. I want to share some information with a good mentorship guy of mine. It's gonna be, just a small, simple shift in how you position yourself online. Just a small, simple shift of how you position yourself online to outdo your competitor. Let's go, man. Let's go ahead, tap in, tune in, and get in where you fit in. If you came through, if you show some love, if you got a business and you're looking to grow and scale your business, it's a local business. If you got a business in Birmingham, Alabama, and you're dealing with the fact that you don't have enough leads or qualified leads, the leads not engaging into your system, man, this one for you, man. So without further ado said, I'm about to play this. I'm not going to speak on it because I've engaged in the information that takes place in this. And you don't use just no one system. You got to create this algorithm. And once you create the algorithm, well, you will see your return on your ad spend.
I don't know if you guys know, I'm kind of in the middle of traveling, and so
my
gear and stuff is kind of like rearranged. And today I actually rearranged everything so lighting would be better. Yesterday in the presentation, it looked like I had a sunburn, so got a little bit of better lighting today, so we can dive into this. So thank you. We're going to dive in to a quick review of yesterday, and then we're going to go into the new content for today. And I hope that this is going to be valuable. I know it will be valuable for many of you, but what we're going to do is really dive into how to create a website that converts traffic into leads and sales.
So listen, man, if you've been dealing with a business and you haven't already right now got a website, you need to learn exactly what it takes to grow to start your website. Need to learn that. Everybody looking for this funnel, this thing. Y'all don't know what it does, what it's supposed to do.
And there's simple shifts that can allow you to do this very effectively, but it's often misunderstood or not understood in the way we build websites today. So let me go ahead and change back over to the slideshow here, and we'll dive right in. All right, so let's do a quick recap on yesterday, just to make sure we're starting from a place, where we have the foundation. Yesterday we covered your irresistible offer. The offer is really the thing that converts. It's not the funnel. The funnel is a tool that facilitates that offer transaction. But if your funnel's not converting, it's because of your offer, 99% of the time. So instantly, having the right offer is going to instantly outposition your competition and allow you to charge what you're worth and never have to compete on price again. So the three ways to create an irresistible offer, number one is you take your core product or service and then you add other things to it that creates it into something completely different than what everyone else is selling. We call it a bundle. You see this a lot with like phone companies, internet companies. They're really good at creating bundles. We can create a bundle as well that allows us to take our core offer and completely separate it from what the competition is giving. That takes it out from being a commodity to actually being an offer. The second way is very similar. The second way is called creating an offer stack, which means you're taking your core product or service for a certain price, and then you're adding one or two or three, a few different extra products or services at no extra cost that enhance the experience of that core product or service. So it's very similar to bundling, but this way you're actually giving more value than say other places would when selling just that commodity. And then the third way is, and by the way, that we call that an offer stack. So you got a bundle, you got an offer stack, and then the third way is to find ways to reduce risk. Risk adds friction to the process of someone buying from you or becoming a lead. How we reduce risk, often you can think of like money back guarantees is a very common way to do it, but you can get creative and do it in a lot of different ways. So what are ways that you can reduce, what is the risk that someone has, buying your thing, and how can I reduce that? So those are the three ways that we create. Now this works well when you really are good at articulating what the promise is of the results that your product or service delivers. Because people aren't buying your product or service. What they're buying is transformation through your product or service. It's really easy sometimes as a business owner to get into talking about the features and the technical aspects and the science behind it and all of these things because it's our world. It's what we're passionate about. But the reality is our customers don't care about any of that. Most of the time, what they just really care about is like, what is it going to do for me? Like what I want is the benefits of this thing. That's what they're buying. So when we get past the features, I saw a very interesting presentation a few weeks ago on some gentlemen who I wish I could remember their names. I'll have to dive back in and actually find it for you because these are very, very, very well-respected people who were talking about this. But they actually reverse engineered selling a product, and they didn't start with the product at all. In fact, they said the product that we're selling is actually irrelevant to the whole thing. What they did was they started with an audience. They found the right people. Now, I say right people, they chose who they wanted to serve. They figured out why they wanted to serve them, and then they figured out what these people actually want. And then they created a product that delivered that result. So they didn't start with a product. Most people actually start by finding a product and then try to find people who will buy it. The reverse and the much smarter way to do it is figure out who you want to serve and why, and what are their desires. What do they want to buy? And when you find that out, then you go in and you create, and you can actually, it doesn't matter what that product is, it's the result that they're after. So as long as the thing that you decide to sell them delivers that result. So sorry, slight sidetrack there. So now that you have a great offer, and the thing is how do we position this offer online? And that's what we're getting into today. That's what we call sales funnels. So if you're ready,
sales funnel. You got to create that offer. You got to, create a stack of offers, and you got to minimize the risk. Oh, excuse me. How do you do all of that at one time, man? Hold on, man. I'm about to pour me a shot because this is about to get interesting. This is about to get hellified interesting. So y'all give me 1 second and I'm gonna be right back on this late night tip with entrepreneurs and education. Let's go, man. I can't wait to see y'all grow and scale y'all business to their first $10,000, their first 20,000, that first 50. I know y'all gonna do that in 90 days. Tell your friends, tell your family, man, tell everybody, man. Grow and scale your business. I'm getting it away for free as sauce. Okay, then I'm back with my cup. So let's dive in, man. Sales funnels. Sales funnels is what's gonna help you reach your goals, man. Whether you're a coaching business, tax professional, man, it goes for a lot of business, man. And you want to definitely have your sales funnel set up and designed to the right texture so it can capture the right things that it need to capture and also discharge what it need to discharge so you can follow up with these leads, close more deals, man. Let's go, man. Let's take a dive in, man.
Go ahead and let me know in the comments. Put some likes, comments, thumbs
This
up.
late night
whatever.
in business.
This also
late night in
algorithm,
business, baby.
So it's going to help other people catch the live that may be missing it right now. And we're going to dive into it. And as we go, I'm going to just kind of monitor comments as well, so I can hit up any questions or things of that nature as we go through this. So let's dive into the first thing here. Traditional websites versus sales funnels. So traditional websites are typically designed today for two things. Number one, to make you look good online, and number two, to contain a lot of information. Because if you look really good, you have a lot of information, people are going to want to buy it, right? Problem is that used to work, but today we need to cut through the noise. Today, things are changing, and traditional websites don't do a great job at converting leads and sales anymore. And so what we want to do is actually figure out why, and then use the principles that make high converting websites into our either website or a full-on sales funnel. So here's an example of an actually really nicely designed website. And I actually took a company that is pretty darn big as an example of this. They've got a very traditional website. You see the logo at the top.
At this point, man, y'all gonna just have to take a listen in.
And links and buttons. And here's the big problem.
Inside the university, I go through a demonstration of this, and I go through how you can break it down and help your business bring in more revenue than before, man. If you got a website and your website ain't bringing in the right types of leads and you need some tweaking or something like that, we can look at it and get you situated to where, it can help you grow and scale your business as need be. Let's go.
It takes me away from the one thing you're trying to get me to do,
so,
which is to give you my information.
Let's just stop it. Right now, a lot of y'all, y'all see the way people be setting up their business, and they got this old traditional way of setting up business. And y'all see at the top of the business, it'd be a lot of information up there. And you'd be like, man, have you ever went and applied for a job and you was trying to find careers, but you had to scroll way to the bottom to find careers? It was so hard. It was so hard. Then when you finally click careers, it was something else. Man, listen, a lot of times people pay other people to do the job for them and it don't get done properly all the way. But I'm here to tell you guys, those are the people that got a lot of bread to throw to something else that's gonna automatically help them make some bread because their brand was already big. Their bread was already big. So you trying to see how can you just now getting in the game with a brand that's not so big, with a name that's not so big, and start outshining your competitors very, very fast. Well, y'all tuned in to the right thing, you know what I'm saying? Hey, would you like to join this late night entrepreneur empowerment challenge? Yes. All right, so look, check it out. We're gonna break this all the way down. A very attractive funnel is gonna do exactly what it needs to do. It's gonna have that offer stacking strategy where it just creates more offers and more offers and more offers and more offers. And if you don't understand what an offer is, you might want to break it down and really get a true, join the university and really get a breakdown of what making offers means. when it comes to, making offers. You got to make the, best offers that you can possibly make, create you a Godfather offer, things of that nature. Like I said, this for business owners, late night business chop. Hold on for a second. I can. All right, so look, listen. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to play and I ain't want to be right here. But listen, man, you can't be having all them distractions on your website, man. You got to understand exactly what it is that you want. So if you got the knowledge to know exactly what it is that you want and that you need to get the thing that you're looking for, like high ticket clients, so you can relax and do more with your family, this is what you want to do, man.
Or schedule that appointment or buy, right? There's just too much information. So this is the main problem with web pages today. Number one is we build them with pages and it just contains way too much information. We can't control the click and it gives us information overload. Now, psychologically, the more information you give someone and the more decisions you make them take, the less likely they will make that decision and move forward.
Listen, man, small chapter, and if you understand science, you may see how my situation relates to exactly what he just said. I overspoke to a guy about a detailing appointment that we had the other day, and he'll tell you about it. And as I overspoke to him, I misled him by giving him too much irrelevant information. And we was misguided. We didn't understand what the task was at large. And so here's what I'm trying to tell you guys. When a person looking at your website and they see all this extra information in there, you can't not control what they click on. You want to be able to control what they click on when they come in there. You want them to be interested in that. And so once you see them coming in because they was interested from the beginning, now you have a high quality lead. Let's go a little deeper in the game.
But we typically want to give them more information because we feel like the more information they have, the more we will persuade them to buy from us. And so that's that conundrum that we're in. So and information is good because there is an SEO effect that happens from that. And we think about that, right? We want to put a lot of information so we can persuade people to buy from us and so we get the benefit of SEO. But it's not as effective today. People don't read websites today. They browse over them. So that information you think is very valuable, it's only valuable to you. Here's the difference. A sales funnel is a website, but it's a website designed with specific marketing strategy and psychology. It's designed to keep things simple and concise and show someone exactly what to do and where to go to get the thing they want. When people land on your website, especially in the way that we structure our frameworks with attraction stacking, they're already looking for what you have to offer. So we don't need to give them more information. We just need to give a great offer. That's what we do with a sales funnel today. What we call a homepage funnel is we lead with a really great offer. And this is a good example of a dental practice doing new patient exam, cleaning, and x-rays for just $49. And you get a free teeth whitening when you sign up online. So you just have to enter your name, email, and phone number. Boom, there you go. You can see clearly what you're supposed to do here. And those people who don't want to give you their name, email, phone number, we don't want to spend our time with them anyway. They aren't serious enough. But those people who do want to move forward and see this offer, want to take it, they know exactly what to do, and they follow through. And now you've got a lead that you can nurture, follow up with, and schedule an appointment with. And that's the big difference. Sales funnels are built, there are different pages to sales funnels, but we actually organize them in steps. You can't get to the next step without doing the one thing we want you to do. That's why they're so effective. You can actually control the click, and they're action-oriented messaging. So when you compare the two traditional websites to sales funnels win every single time. And my opinion is there's very few reasons to actually have a traditional website today. Everything can be done through a proper sales funnel. There's different strategies and different types of sales funnels you can use. But if you're running a business today, there is a sales funnel for you, period. And having a traditional website is probably hurting you more than helping. Sales funnels properly designed will actually generate up to 540% more revenue than a traditional website alone. That's huge. And this is a statistic done by over 100.
What do y'all even understand that terminology? Like, properly designed, cell phones that's properly designed can generate up to 540% more revenue than a traditional website. So, do you really want to make the type of bread that you want to make? Is you really saying that you buying these systems and you putting these systems in place and they're not working for you? We can put the cars in place, we can put the houses in place, we can put the clothes in place, we can put all that in place, man. But the main thing we need to put in place is the structure of the website sales funnel that you design for yourself, and how well it work is depending on how well you articulate it the way it's supposed to, run. So, there's information right there. He just broke it down to you. My guy, know what I'm saying? He's a wonderful guy, attraction marketing, master class coach, you know, um, you know, I'm just trying to bring it to y'all lightning as a business owner exactly what time it is to make it to the next level, man. If y'all want to join this Zoom call with me, you know what I'm saying? You can jump in right now and join the Zoom call with me. If you got a business, you've been having problems scaling your business, y'all can use this tool right now today and bring in free leads that's gonna call your phone, and you're gonna be a-okay, man. You just make sure you got the right strategy behind it. Make sure you got your business license and you good at what you do. You got the skill that you need and that you can perform or deliver. And as long as you got all that behind you, putting this system behind you, and even if you don't gotta have somebody you can offload the work to, and that's gonna take you to the level where you need to be. So let's move forward. Let's press forward.
100,000 sales funnels users. So they've got clear data that demonstrates this. Now I'm going to go into some of the funnel frameworks we use that will show you the power behind a sales funnel and why this is the case. But just to illustrate this is one of my clients who started with us not long ago, but recently just converted their current website to a sales funnel. And 4 days in, they've had 10 leads. Before they started their website, he was able to track. Let's see. I got a question here. Barbara says, how is the domain name URL chosen for a sales funnel? Doesn't it confuse Google having two websites? Great question. You could actually configure your domain name to anything you need it to be. But what I actually do is I replace our current website with a sales funnel instead. It's the same thing. It's a website. It's going to go to the same URL. It's just designed to convert better. So think about when I say sales funnel, it's still a website. It's just a better website. And I'm taking out the old rules of marketing, putting in a higher converting website instead. So that's kind of, hopefully that helps with that question. So so Chris here was, we swapped out his current website, which he was able to track that they were doing. He couldn't tell me the amount of traffic that they were generating to their website from the beginning, but he could tell me that he saw that they were getting about 10 leads a month off their current website, however they were coming through, calling in or through the contact form. When we converted over last week to a sales funnel, he had already generated, in 4 days, he had generated 10 leads in that first 4 days and 4 bookings. So he is on track now to do a 700% increase in leads and customers just from this one simple shift that we made. Now, we'll see if that stacks up, because sometimes those leads come in flows, but right, so far so good. We're looking really great with this one adjustment, and that's not uncommon when you are getting traffic to a website already and then you swap it for something that actually converts. Here's Evelyn. She came to me pretty frustrated because she's been in business over a year, I believe, at that point, but she was really frustrated with the growth she was having with her business. She had bad experiences with different marketing agencies, and she was fed up. She said, I'm ready to either sell or quit at this point. I don't know what to do to keep growing. What can we do? And I said, let's just give it enough runway to give these shifts of our marketing approach a chance here. She wrote me, in just 1 week, working with Jared and launching our first campaign, I have 8 leads, 7 booked appointments, and 3 new memberships without spending a single dollar in marketing. I was so excited. So that is just 1 week. Then later she wrote, this has been the best month since opening my spot over a year ago. And that was 30 days into the program. That's the power that a proper sales funnel can have with your business if you have a great offer and the tool that allows that traffic to actually convert to leads and sales for you. Here's Bill. This is a construction-related business. He does excavations and demolitions. He was a one-man show running the business, but he couldn't afford to take work off to do the things that he wanted to do. He told me, he lives in Michigan. He told me, I really want to take the winters off because that's when business is slow anyway, but I want to take the winters off and go to Arizona. But he's never been able to do that because he had to keep income coming in through the winters. He wasn't doing enough business in the summers. So he'd do like snowmobiling or snow plowing and stuff like that. He was stuck with how to market his business. To be honest, all we really did was put a sales funnel up for him. We framed a great offer out of what he already did. We just needed to frame it properly. And he said, things are going great. People are signing up for projects left and right. I remember talking to him and he was like, I don't understand why people are actually booking through my website now. That's never happened before. It's how the funnel process works. Hero again, he said, my business is booming. I've been growing. I just hired 2 guys that are awesome. So now he's no longer a single person business. And congratulations to Bill. This is in August 31st. Bill's Earth Services just landed a $3.6 million contract for next summer. And his business is exploding. And we haven't done much more.
Who ready for their business to scale before you even invest your first dollar into your marketing strategies? In a minute, I'll go back and chop this video and get you guys exactly where y'all need to be so y'all can understand if you're a business owner out there and you're looking to grow and scale your business. I'm dropping, if you're a local business owner and you're looking to grow and scale your business, I got multiple tactics, but here go one hot tactic for you right now using this well-known tool that you use every day, and that's local search. Local search is one of the highest used products in the market and that's on Google. It's a Google It's a Google platform that people use in order to find what's going on inside the community. So if you want to, add yourself to that system, articulate that system, bring in key sources from that system, using the attraction stacking, building the sales funnel method. You can also reach places or social media platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social media, like it's on there. It's on there, and it'll help you grow and scale your business. You can tweet one at a time until you see it grow. You see it grow. You're gonna have parts where you have dents in it, and it happens, and you're gonna think that it's not working. It's okay. They just don't want you, they maybe don't want you to grow too high, too low, whatever the situation is. But I can tell you one thing. My life definitely has changed for the better since I joined my mentorship. My mentorship helped me understand how to properly dispute any negative item on my consumer report. And I got the job done. I was able to succeed multiple times with deleting negative information off my consumer report. I have seen and witnessed this program happen repeatedly, but now I got a team behind me and I'm trusting my team. So if you're a dedicated business owner and bad credit was holding you back, I want to know what negative information was holding you back from achieving your greatest goals inside your company. Let me help you rebuild your credit. Let me help you repair your credit. You know, let me help you restore your credit. I can honestly say, hey man, it's not gonna be an overnight process, but we can delete all the negative information off your credit report, and that's something that I know for a fact. And you can get paid in the process. If you choose to sue these people, we use consumer law to delete any negative information off your consumer report for good. And these marketing strategies is like amazing. I mean, like, listen, I'm no lawyer or none of this stuff. I just took the energy, the time, and the patience to come through and do exactly what I needed to do in order to start making revenue for myself. And so now I'm about to take YouTube and scale YouTube. YouTube, you're a wonderful platform, and I know I don't have many viewers or followers now, but y'all just watch me at work. You know what I'm saying? I had to grow my, intelligent levels and my confidence levels and my mind level to know exactly what I want to be, exactly what I want to do, and how I want to be, how I want to do that thing. You know, I'm worried about a lot of stuff, but I'm actually ready. I'm ready to get the job done. I'm ready to get the job done. I'm ready to show you guys exactly what it takes to take your life to the next level. So I want you guys to join my Entrepreneur Empowerment Challenge in Birmingham. It's going to be a 5-day challenge, man. Listen, it's going to be in June. It's going to be in June. Um, matter of fact, it's going to be in July. It's going to be in July. We're gonna talk about it all in July. I want to see the next group of people, like really, really, when I bring in this next wave of people. Here go my son. Hey, thank you, man. I love you too, son.
That's for London and Khalil.
Oh, okay, man. You got 2 girlfriends. Yeah. Oh. Huh? Oh, my bad. Okay then. Okay then. Yeah, so as you grow and scale your business, man, y'all gotta understand that you got to beef yourself up with the knowledge it take to take your life to the next level because ain't nobody gonna do that for you, man. Ain't nobody gonna come and save you. You feel what I'm saying? So let's take a deeper dive into this program.
More with them other than putting in a sales funnel in place for a business that you wouldn't think a lot of consumers are actually looking for, but the right people are able to find them and they're able to convert properly. And by the way, we created an offer that completely blows out the competition, but he doesn't do much more or anything much different than what the competition offers. He simply framed it properly so people see the value. That's the big shift. So there's funnels for every kind of business out there. We've worked with fitness studios, with obviously wellness.
So you hear that? If you're in the fitness industry, if you're in the credit repair industry, if you are a tax professional, you know, if you're in the trucking business, whatever business that you're in, I assure you that, stocks, real estate, whatever business that you are in, I assure you, you can grow and scale that business if you're good at your skill. If you know what you're doing, even if you're not good at your skill, you can bring a lot of people in. But when you want good quality clients to call you back to back to back to spend top dollar for your product, like, there's nothing like a subscription. People paying subscription. Imagine 1,000 people paying a subscription of just $97.95 per month. That's a lot of money coming in for those 1,000 people. And if you develop this skill and this strategy and you put it, in such of a way to where you can market it online, you can bring in the revenue you need to be able to grow and scale in the business. You got to have the marketing strategies to take your business to the next level, or you got to be dealing with a wonderful, 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 key, wonderful marketing business that's going to help your business bring in the revenue you would like to see remarkably fast. So let's take it.
And spas, dental practices, boat rentals here as examples. These are service-based businesses. We work with it.
Dental practices, boating business,
attorneys with realtors,
realtors,
Build Earth Services is up here. Shed builders,
shed builders,
services,
post service.
We've actually done a lot of work with online business.
Online business.
A fitness program that was digital, and then now products that were online and such. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek into my kids who are 10 and 12 who actually have their own sales funnel too.
So if you're a kid, let's talk about it, man. Why is we not teaching our kids about sales funnels and how to make sales funnels? Utilize the tools that we need to create the dreams and goals and desires of our life instead of working your day-to-day 9 to 5. Even if you work in a day-to-day 9 to 5, why not put the tools in place to start creating that string of income for your family legacy to grow and nurture and develop to where you fully living life how God truthfully intended is meant for you, is aimed at you, it's out there for you. And if you want it, all you have to do is change your mindset.
Types of sales funnels, because there's really 3 different types that we mostly use, and actually the first is the most common funnel that we are using here. And this is what I like to call a homepage funnel, because like Barbara alluded to, well, don't you confuse people if you have 2 different websites? We're actually replacing our homepage with a funnel that's actually going to function well as our homepage now, if that makes sense. So here is the basic funnel map for a homepage funnel, the way that we like to structure it. So we have the homepage that's designed with an irresistible offer. The next step is going to a thank you page, a confirmation page. Now,
y'all hear that? So when y'all got these funnels in mind, y'all want to think about these funnels and how to create it. And if you join my university, I can show you exactly these step by step, over and over and over again, how to create these processes so you can grow and scale your business like never before. See, you got to have that attraction, man. Then you got to have that attraction stacking. You want these people to be able to jump up in here and look and find what they need so they can start buying what they need, purchasing what they need, doing what they need to do for themselves. And so when you join the university, we actually dive deeper into this. Matter of fact, I might dive deeper into this when I have my 5-day challenge in July. We're gonna go for July, man. We ain't gonna go for May, no, none of that, because I don't want to, try to rush nothing and nothing. I got a daughter, she about to graduate. I got a lot of things going on. And so in July, I think they got the 4th of July. They got so much going on in July. And we're gonna have a ton of fun in July. I'm gonna do my first 5-day challenge, and y'all already know I'm gonna be suited. I'm gonna be booted. I'm gonna be ready for y'all. I'm gonna be coming with guests. My guests gonna be well educated in their fields. We're gonna have tax professionals there. We're gonna have accountants there. We're gonna have IUL account specialists there, and they're gonna be able to speak on their own experiences of dealing with customers, of running the business, and also the benefits from having the IUL or different types of policies that are offered throughout the United States of America and sometimes, other countries. So if you're in the United States of America, especially if you're in Birmingham, Alabama, I want you guys to welcome yourself home to a sales funnel. If you are a business owner and you're looking to, and you made less than $10,000 per month, and you do not yet have a website, today we are talking about sales funnels and how sales funnels are used to generate more income than you can possibly bear. And so what you want to do is you want to create a homepage funnel. Once you create that homepage funnel, it's going to have your offer inside that homepage funnel. You want to attract them so well and dandy that they'll go to your thank you page. Once they go to your thank you page, here's where the magic is about to happen. The magic happens because you tell them, make sure that they check their email, because in their email, you left them free information and data. And now you are ready to move forward to the next level. And so when these clients see that you got this emailing process, is hitting them, then you're hitting their phone message, you let them know. You say, hey, I got this crazy offer right here. I just thought about it. I had this great idea. Imagine you getting our service and you actually being in that house that you was looking to achieve. And now you got them dreaming about the house that they was looking to achieve. Imagine getting that house and keeping that house and passing that house down to your children because it's protected. Let's talk about streams of income and how to protect your assets. Let's go. And you keep on nurturing them to email 2, email 3, email 4, email 5. You want to eventually get them to book an appointment. And once they book an appointment, you basically want to share the value of the product that they are interested in the first place. And you should be able to see all that from the back end. A lot of people ain't going to tell you that part of it. But I'm here to tell y'all that once you understand what they want and you see how they opt inside of your system, You control the outcome. It's just depend on what you do about it. You can be lazy and not respond, or you can engage and give feedback. If you, and we ain't talking about spending no money here, we just talking about creating a sales funnel. If you know how to design websites or whatever, you got somebody to design a website for you, I would say, hey man, why won't you, do this right here or do that right there? And I would set it up just like this. So my homepage would look like what I just explained to y'all. A sales funnel. It would look like a thank you page. It will look like appointments or visits. When can we book an appointment to talk about this? When can we book an appointment to visit about this? And then once we book that, scheduled appointment, we looking for a close, a couple of days later. And so once we talk to this person, we send them to a whole different person. They call them later and they close the deal, and the deal is closed. It's over. I've been doing this repeatedly for the past 6 months. I've been doing it at a small scale, but I'm looking to grow in scale, but I'm not trying to grow in scale with this company. I want to do it while I'm at comfort and at ease as a business coach, where I teach you guys exactly how to, grow and scale in the business, get the financing that you need, fix your credit, help you fix your credit, whatever the situation need be. Just know that any credit repair services for me is free. It's 100% free for me. You definitely have to pay for the Entrepreneur Empowerment Program to join this body of entrepreneurs who are seeking the 7-figure income status. So without that being said, man, let's go ahead and take it to a close.
Here's the thing. Once they've opted in their name, email, and phone number, we take them to a place to get the offer, whether that be a promotional offer or a downloadable, informational thing. It could be a presentation, a video education, something educational, whatever that thing is that we're offering. Now on the confirmation page, we take them to the next step. Once they make that micro commitment of saying yes to something small, they're 6 times more likely to make the commitment to the next thing we ask them, which is book an appointment, right? And so there's 2 things that happen here. They're on this confirmation page and they've got access to book that appointment right away. And a certain percentage of those leads will book at that time. Another percentage of those leads won't take that commitment yet, but they get into an email sequence. And that email sequence then nurtures them over the next 5 days to get them to book that appointment for behind the scenes. So maybe they were busy, maybe they didn't know what their calendar looked like, maybe they just weren't in a place where they were ready to take that next step. Regardless, whatever it is, that is one of the most powerful aspects of a sales funnel, because not only are you getting the front end people who are ready now, actually getting the people who will be ready later into a system that's going to nurture them until they do convert. And from that appointment, we then make the purchase. So that's the basic homepage funnel, the way we structure that. Does that make sense to everyone? If you have any questions on.
So that about wraps it up on that, man. A sales funnel is a sales funnel, and that's what a sales funnel do. And if you got a sales funnel out there, man, I want to tell y'all, man, if you ever knew me personally, they work. If you got a business and you're looking to grow your business to 50K, 100K per month, this the system that you're going to need to install inside of your business to do that. You're going to wake up to that. Let's talk about putting this together. I mean, what you need is you need a lot of leads. They have to go somewhere. And these leads need to go to your home page, which telling them about this great offer that you have. And then now You need to send them a thank you, and you know, you need to do all these follow-ups. And so, having that said, I'm a credit repair expert, and I teach people that you can do anything by having faith in credit. And so, having faith in credit means that you have the power over anything that gets reported on your name. Who can stop you from asking creditors who do not know you to stop reporting negative information on your name? I doubt anybody could stop that. And so I created a solution for that. And I started creating templates to help you better understand how to dispute negative information when it comes to getting that stuff off your consumer report for good. Let's go, man.
That let me know. We're going to jump into the next funnel framework that we use. Oh, let me give you a quick example. This is Jerome. We actually saw Jerome's website. We saw he was he operated off of a WordPress website.
All right, so that's something like a little off or whatever.
Ask for their phone numbers. You might have in marketing, the more information you ask, the
now we're talking about lead magnet, right?
Increase the sell. This is in a place of different websites. We're actually replacing our homepage with a funnel that's actually going to function well as our homepage now, if that makes sense. So here is the basic funnel map for a homepage funnel, the way that we like to structure it. So we have the homepage that's designed with an irresistible offer. The next step is going to a thank you page, a confirmation page. Now here is the thing. Once they've opted in their name, email, and phone number, we take them to a place to get the offer, whether that be a promotional offer or a downloadable, informational thing. It could be a presentation, a video education, something educational, whatever that thing is that we're offering. Now on the confirmation page, we take them to the next step. Once they make that micro commitment of saying yes to something small, they're 6 times more likely to make the commitment to the next thing we ask them, which is book an appointment, right? And so there's 2 things that happen here. They're on this confirmation page and they've got access to book that appointment right away. And a certain percentage of those leads will book. Let me give you a quick example. This is created the offer for more sophisticated sales instead of like, and continue. Otherwise, what we're doing is we're giving them too much information. We're losing them because they are getting confused and don't take action. Here's the next type of funnel.
Lead magnet.
This is called a lead magnet funnel. Now, this strategy works really well for more sophisticated sales. Instead of like a simple product or service, this is more like a consulting position. I think, Barbara, I think it was you that's an attorney. This is a great funnel for attorneys, for realtors, for insurance, things that are a little more sophisticated sales processes. And the way that we structure this, there's a few more steps in this one that you can see. It's really not that much different than the other one. Just some of the way that we structure it is more different. But we have the lead opt-in page, and this is going to take them to either a downloadable PDF or some sort of educational component. What we sometimes call in marketing a VSL, a video sales letter. Sounds very salesy, but it's just a presentation designed to give them a good hook, educate them, and then give them an offer. Sometimes leading with book a call isn't right for our specific product or service. We need to lead with something of value that they can instantly consume, then take them to that next step, which is book a call. And that's kind of what this does. So they get to that download page and they get then an invitation to book that call. Why we do that though is because that consumable information, whether it's an educational component that they download or it's an educational component in a presentation of sort, that is going to educate them, build trust and rapport, and build connection. And that's why it's easier to then lead after with the book a call offer. So that's why we do it like this. So they go into that meeting and then we close it. The email sequence I like to follow up with this is a little more sophisticated as well. It's an 11-day email sequence, but it's broken up into 3 specific components. The first, because what we're giving them is something they need to consume, the first email sequence, day 1, 2, and 3, is all going to be driving them back to consume the information that we were teaching. Then day 4, 5, 6, and 7 are going to be dedicated to getting on that call, building connection, not getting on the call necessarily, but that is an invitation there, but it's going to be more about building that connection. And then the third part of that sequence is going to be all about the conversion, getting them on that call. So that's kind of how we do that. There's a big process, I guess, that follows up with that to nurture, but you're going to have, again, a number of leads that come through and instantly book that call. And then another percentage of those leads that didn't take that commitment right away because they were too busy to consume the information. They needed to do it at a later time, or they weren't in a mental place to get on that call yet. They weren't really ready to make that commitment. Or third, they didn't know what their calendar looked like, so they didn't take that action. The great thing about a funnel is, although we build up these sequences to nurture, there's one other component that can be really, really powerful. It's the power of being proactive. Because if you're getting their name, email, phone number, well, hey, why don't you just call them right after they opt in and get them up to book that call, right? And that's actually a major, major powerful way that you can increase the sales to your business by having a proactive element to following up with these leads that are coming through. Because a traditional website, you don't get that. A sales funnel, you do get that. And that's what's really powerful. In fact, I can tell you, I just went to a training in Austin. This was by Ad Outreach. Alaric Tech runs a company that's in the top, I think he's 85 in the Inc. 500 list today. And he teaches YouTube ads as a YouTube ads coaching program. One of the most powerful things he said is ask for their phone numbers. You might have, in marketing, the more information you ask, the fewer conversions you will typically get. So a lot of people will just ask for name and email. We like to also ask for their phone numbers because you will see maybe a slight decrease in conversions, but the people that are converting are so much more qualified because they're giving you their number and you can take action. You can text them, you can call them. That's really powerful. You will actually see a 25 to 60% increase in sales just by asking for the phone number and taking action. That's huge. I'll tell you, I made that shift and I was worried how many people are actually going to fill this out. I made it not required in my funnels. Guess what? Over 90% of the people are giving me their phone numbers. It's amazing. So we want to ask for their phone numbers with all of these options. So that's the lead magnet funnel. This is a great example. This is Tyler. Tyler was, he builds those custom design sheds. I was telling you a little bit about his story yesterday. And he was struggling with tire kicker leads. He was using a lot of Facebook ads, spending a lot of money on Facebook ads, and never really got to a point where he's getting leads that were converting. They were all just kind of poking around. He was frustrated. We changed his site over to a funnel strategy. In his first week, he got 5 leads, and every single one of them put down a deposit on a multi-$1,000 shed. It's awesome. Awesome. Here's the last type of funnel. This is not the only type of funnel. These 3 are just the most common that we've typically seen with local-based businesses. This is a product funnel, typically what I call a product funnel, but I'm going to show you a really cool hack for anyone who's a service business as well. You can use this. Product funnels are really interesting because they start out with a sales page, and then once you go to the order page, let's just, I'm going to give you an example here, but this is what's really powerful. When you're buying that product, you have the option to add an order bump. So you might have a $10 product, let's just say for numbers' sake to make it easy, and you've got a $5 order bump that adds something extra with just by clicking a box. I know every one of us has seen this at some point online, where you just add a checkbox and it just adds it to your order before you check out. right? So it makes it so easy to add another thing to that purchase. Here's the crazy thing is, the next thing that happens is why not give them an upsell? They bought this one thing, they may or may not have added the order bump, but if you bought this one thing, you might also like this other thing too. And so we call it a one-click upsell or a one-time offer, which means we're giving them one other chance to buy something extra with that just by clicking yes or no. And what happens is you actually greatly increase your potential cart value when you do something like this. Let me show you why. Now, this is, and so then they go to the thank you page. We also have a follow-up sequence as well that helps them get that upsell if they miss it on the first round. So let me lay out a little bit of math in this, and this is why a product funnel can be so powerful. Traditional shopping website, let's say you're selling one product for $100, they add to cart and they check out, the maximum amount of revenue you can earn is $100. That is just how it is. The sales funnel, on the other hand, if you're selling that same $100 product, you add an order bump for $49, you have a potential to earn almost $150 here, and then a one-time offer of another $300, right? Not everyone buys it all, but your maximum potential revenue goes from $100 to almost $450. That's huge. So you're actually getting a 450% increase on the potential revenue that you could generate. And that's really powerful. Let me give you a fun example of what this looks like, because my kids operate a sock business and they design colorful, fun, creative socks and sell them online. This is a project that they started when COVID shut down schools. And I'm going to show you how this is a fun example of this, but I'm going to show you a real practical example of this too, okay? So they start out with a really great offer saying, get a free pair of socks, just pay shipping. And you get to choose one of their lead socks here. The next step is, hey, well, you chose your one favorite sock, but why not get all three for just $47? And by the way, one of the components here, that might sound really expensive for 3 pairs of socks, but all of the socks that they buy, they also donate to kids in need. So there's a giving element to this, which makes it worthwhile to charge a little more so that they can actually give a little. But they have this order bump for $47 and just get all 3 instead. Then it takes them to the Cool Socks stimulus package, and you can buy a bundle of our most popular designs. Just add $57. And before you're done, you're asked to see if you would like to join the monthly sock club and get a free t-shirt as well. The monthly sock club sends you cool socks every single month. So that is a really cool way to use it for a fun idea. But so you can see, instead of selling one pair of socks for $7.97, their potential maximum revenue is $131 on the front end and $228 of lifetime value for someone who signs up for that membership for 12 months, for a total of $359. That's a big difference. But let me tell you a more practical example in an actual business, kids doing it. But I wanted to show you, kids can do it, you can do it too. All right, so this is actually Hunter. Hunter came to me because he was struggling when COVID forced them to shut down. His business was slow, and they were uncertain what the next 90 days would look like for them, and they needed a quick cash infusion when they were able to reopen. Well, at that point, they had lost a lot of their memberships. So what we did is we helped him create a product funnel out of his service. And instead of sending it to cold traffic, we sent it to his email list of past customers who wanted to buy from him because they bought from him in the past. They just needed to have a good offer and have a good reason to get engaged again. And so he had not a huge email list, but a decent one. And we sent out a product funnel that allowed them to do a buy one, get one free trial session, buy one, get one free session on the front end, upgrade to an order bump to a facial service, and then a one-time offer of reactivating your cryotherapy membership for a special rate. And in that 4 days or 5 days that he did that email sequence, they generate over $3K from their email list alone. And the cool thing is, I don't have this part, their open rate tripled because they had such an engaging offer as well. So it really reactivated their email list, as well as a pop of cash flow. Now 3K isn't gonna move the needle for a lot of businesses, but it did feel really good for him. And it completely changed his approach to how he was selling his products and services. one of our lowest hanging fruit, period, is our email lists. These people are 6 times more likely to buy from you than someone cold off the street. So why are we focusing all the time on getting someone new when we could be selling to people who want to buy from us again? We just haven't given them another offer. Right. So anyway, that's how we used a product funnel for a service company and leverage their email list to infuse a cash funnel. The purpose of sales funnels are, number 1, to generate leads. Number 2, to generate sales. So let's recap on this real quick. Traditional websites are kind of a thing of the past. It's what has been used as an online brochure to give people information today about your business. And now it's what everyone still does because it's what's been done in the past.
Right.
But we're inundated with information today, and people's brains are just not hardwired to consume all of that information. Today, in order to cut through the noise, you need to lead with a great offer and have a very simple funnel in place that converts, gives them the next steps to convert. So sales funnels outperform traditional websites every single time. We just saw that slide. Implementing sales funnels into your business is the fastest way to increase leads and customers, period. All right, so let's go over a few action items. I actually think I might have forgotten to prepare this one little file that I wanted to share with you. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I meant to get it up before we dove into this. Let me see if it is here. So I want to share with you something that I think will be really valuable. Okay, so action items here. Before you do anything today, what I would like for you to do, if you want to engage with me here, is dive into anything that you know you can pull some data from on your current website and write down how many unique visitors you're getting every single month. This is going to be a baseline for you. You really should know this. Regardless if you've got a website or sales funnel. One of the challenges though with current websites today is they do some basic statistics, but not a lot of them do the types of statistics or data we want to see as a sales funnel that help us make informed decisions and adjust our offers properly. But as a starting point, I want to know if you can find how much traffic your current website is getting. If you're getting a decent amount of traffic, and that's going to be different for everyone though, so I can't really give you a good key performance indicator on how much you should be seeing, but if you feel like you're getting a decent amount of traffic, I want to also know how many leads and customers you're getting from your current website. If you don't have a way to track it, you're just guessing, that doesn't count. You got to have a way to track this, and that's what a sales funnel will help you do. But I want you to figure out the leads and customers your current website is getting, and if you don't know, that's okay. A special note here, again, I kind of mentioned this. Most websites don't have a great way of tracking lead conversion data. A sales funnel does fix this problem for you so you can make informed decisions about how you're marketing your business, and that's important. So I'm going to give you today a sales funnel blueprint, and this is going to help you either customize your current website into a way that will allow you to structure it more as a sales funnel, or if you can build a website as a sales funnel if you build websites or have a tool program to do it, or use a sales funnel building software. So it's my recommended approach, but there's a lot of ways that you can do this. So let's go over this. Let me close this out here real quick so I can get the proper document here. I'm going to show you and walk you through this. This is the sales funnel blueprint that I'm going to be sending everyone. So you've got a little bit about how to use this guide. You've got the 3 types of funnels we use most and a breakdown of each of these. So you've got the funnel map that I'm laying out for you with each of these types of funnels. The homepage funnel, which most people are going to use this. You've got the lead magnet funnel, which would be, a version of the homepage funnel just adjusted slightly for your specific situation if you have a more sophisticated type of sales process. And then you've got a product type of funnel that walks you through each of the steps there, where the order bump goes, where the upsell goes, etc. And then we go back, because the homepage funnel is one of the most commonly used. I break down a wireframe of what kind of content and where it should go you need in a high converting sales funnel. So from here, you can kind of go to 1, 2, 3, and then dive below and find this section. And it gives you everything you need to know about what kinds of content goes there. So if you are building your websites, if you've got Wix or Weebly or some sort of GoDaddy site builder, you can kind of structure your own funnel this way. If you want more clarity, if you want a better way to build a funnel, I've got something coming for you at the end of this challenge that I think you're going to love. But if you want to dive into some immediate changes that you can do right now, you can use this funnel blueprint and go right into it. And this is going to break down everything that you need structurally, design-wise, in a sales funnel, so that you are have a high converting web page going forward. So I'm going to send that out to everyone, so you've got the funnel design blueprint, and you can use that. We can open this up to any question answers. If there are people hanging out who have any questions about sales funnels, let me know. And if you have a question about your specific situation, we can dive into that as well. So I'm going to take just a second here to look at the comments, see if I missed anything. Looks like we don't have any current questions, and that's all right. We end a little bit early then. So if you do have a question, if you weren't able to, it looks like not everyone was able to get onto the live today, and that's okay, because we've got the replays that I'll be putting out there. Put those questions into the replay and let me know, because I'm going to review those later and I can respond back to those questions at a later point, and I'll be happy to do so. So hopefully you got value out of this. I would love to hear back in any questions, but also some wins that you get out of this training today. And look forward to tomorrow's training. So we've covered so far. What we've covered is the irresistible offer. Let me actually change this up real quick. There we go.
Y'all see what the fuck going on? They said, they ain't say it. But told y'all if y'all stick around to the very end, I got something for y'all. So for the next 100 people, all right. So for the next 100 people that join the Entrepreneur Empowerment Challenge, y'all can get $100,000 trade line for just 500 bucks. Price is going up after a while. I don't know when they're gonna go up, but y'all better tune in and tap in to get this shit cracking. You did. Live Financial Solutions LLC is on the move. We on the rise. And I want to thank DQS House of Auto Detail because we know that company all too well. That's what got us here. And I'm happy to be here, man. Let's rise above and get them skylines. That's it's y'all got to grow and scale y'all business. Breathe. Brittany, unlock your microphone. Oh boy. Hello. I ain't gonna